Right. Good noon, students. Having completed the process of money creation and understood the role of central bank in initiating it and commercial bank in expanding it through the most important variable, money multiplier, let's come to its value. Money multiplier, also called as deposit multiplier, and in some books referred as credit multiplier. So, what is the value of money multiplier? 1 upon legal reserve ratio or required reserve ratio, whichever way you wish to. Now, how to find out its value, students, or how this value is being found? Let's go with a little bit of its understanding how it comes to. Since we all know that LRR describes what? The ratio of required reserve with reference to your deposits, right? That means this much of reserves should be in possession of commercial bank, right? This is what they need to keep it as reserves as a portion of its deposit. Now, transposing it, we can have the value as required reserve as the product of LRR with deposits, right? LRR can be expressed in percentages or points, whichever way you want to. Moving ahead, students, let's divide the entire equation, this one, with LRR. On the left hand side and right hand side of the equation so that the values remain the same, isn't it? Cancelling it, LRR on the right hand side of the equation, we come to the following observation, which is deposits here, remember students, represent money supply. Now further, if I have to go through the next step, if I have to continue with, I take required reserve to the right hand side of the equation and I would be left with 1 as a numerator, demand deposits upon required reserve. Now if you remember, students, what does money multiplier tell, or what does money multiplier has to offer? Money multiplier is nothing but an expression which tells that how many times a unit of reserve is going to generate deposits. Deposits here in a completely cashless economy is representing money supply. Remember, no currency. Clear? No currency. It's a cashless economy. So, 1 unit of required reserve is able to create how much of demand deposit. That is what is the value of money multiplier. Am I clear? Now, if that is what it is, then this side of the equation is nothing but representative of the value of money multiplier. Now, assuming that required reserve is rupee 1 and deposits are 5, that means 1 rupee of required reserve is able to generate 5 rupees of deposits or money supply. That means 1 upon LRR is 5, for example, which also means that our value of money multiplier is 1 upon LRR. Why? Because required reserve creating 1 rupee of reserve, creating 5 rupees of deposit, I beg your pardon, is only through money multiplier. So whatever is on the left hand side ought to be the value of money multiplier or deposit multiplier. I hope all of you understood it. Thank you.